Hi everyone, this video is regarding the protests that are going on in Nepal right now. As of now, a lot of youngsters, a lot of students have been killed in the protests, which is pretty crazy because this all happened overnight and there was no build up, at least in the international media, because I got to know about this just a couple of hours back. Now, I'm not a geopolitical YouTuber. I do not understand politics very well. But one thing I know for sure that what is happening in Nepal right now needs to be heard, needs to be seen by a lot of people, and mainstream media is not covering it as usual. Now, according to the mainstream medias and news outlets, these protests are going on because the government of Nepal banned a lot of social media platforms a couple of days back. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, these platforms were banned. And in retaliation, the youth of Nepal, that is the Gen Z, that's like they're just using that term to probably get more traction, but the youth of Nepal, the youngsters, they are on the streets protesting this decision. But apparently, the reality is very different. These protests are not going on because of the social media platforms that were banned in Nepal. This is far more cynical and it makes a lot more sense once you get to know about it. And as I mentioned, I only got to know about all of these things a couple of hours back. So if my information, if my data is a little inaccurate, my apologies. I am trying my best to understand what is happening exactly. And the only source I have right now is Instagram itself. I'm going to be talking only in English in this video to avoid any language barriers as much as possible. So there's a page on Instagram by the name of the Darj Chron. Again, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but they have posted a video that actually summarizes the initiation of these entire protests. So let's just watch it together and try to understand it better. So if you read the caption, a note from Nepal, these protests are against corruption, not social media. Number one thing, mainstream media is not telling you that. They're telling you it is happening because of the social media platforms that were banned, which is not accurate.
The trend has started, exposing every corrupt politician, every corrupt kid. Don't let it die. Don't stop. This time we fight. It's not earned money, it's looted money. Looted from us, the Nepali people. They live in luxury. We struggle to survive. They buy Hilton hotels. We can't afford rent. Christmas tree of Hermes, Gucci, Chanel, Birkin. Where is the money? Where is transparency? If it's clean money, why only a few rich? Why some barefoot, while others drown in luxury? This is corruption. This is our fight.
So what I can understand by this is before the ban even took place, there was a trend in Nepal where a lot of the citizens of Nepal were circulating videos regarding the Nepo babies, basically the children of politicians who are living a rich and lavish lifestyle. They are spending crazy amounts of money on materials, on houses and vacations and weddings. And all of that money is apparently coming from the tax money that the citizens of Nepal have paid, which does make a lot of sense. That's the government of the country. The government gets paid because the citizens pay taxes. The money is not coming out of thin air. It is the people who are doing all the hard work. They're doing the jobs, they're running their businesses, they're working hard day and night. And it is their money that the government is utilizing for their own personal luxuries. And it is very natural for the citizens of Nepal to get frustrated because, come on, let's face it, even in India, it's the same thing that is going on. The politicians over here are extremely corrupted. They are living these extravagant lifestyles. They're living the best they could because the common people are struggling and suffering and working day and night and paying for their luxuries. The only difference is the people of Nepal who are brave enough to actually talk about it, who are actually circulating all of these things on the internet. I actually salute you guys. This is crazy, whatever you've done, because this is a way to retaliate without even using any violence. This is a non violent way to actually raise your voices and channelize your frustration. Now, the problem is, again, as the mainstream media is saying, the protests that are going on right now, they happened because of the online platforms that have been banned. I don't think that is how it works. I think that was the last straw. In today's world, internet is a very powerful tool and it is the only tool that a common man can actually use to get some help. It is the only way they can spread some awareness, ask for help, let others know what is actually going on and spread the truth. Now imagine the people in power of running your country are so disgustingly corrupted, are so shameless that they even take that right away from you. Wouldn't that frustrate you? You've been working hard all your life, you've been paying taxes, you're in debt, you're living in these very difficult situations. And when you ask for basic human rights, the people in power of your nation suddenly take the only tool away from you that can be used to spread awareness and to ask for help. And when the bans took place, the students, the youngsters, people of all age groups to be very honest, but majority the youngsters, all of them got onto the streets to protest. Isn't it crazy how the people in power of your nation, whose salaries are basically coming because you go to work, the common man goes to work and they pay taxes, these people are supposed to serve you. They are your servants, they are public servants, and yet they're utilizing all that power, all those resources to attack the citizens of their own country. Now, the heartbreaking thing is there have been casualties already. Around 19 to 20 brave people have lost their souls, and hundreds are injured at this point. The protests are still going on. And the fact that these police people, they are also the citizens of Nepal, people who are holding guns and they're attacking these kids, these students, they're killing these students. They themselves have family in that country. They themselves belong to that particular nation. I don't understand, where is your soul? तुम्हारा साला ज़मीर बेच खा गए हो क्या सालो? You probably have friends over there. You probably have families there. You have kids, maybe even your own kids who are probably protesting right now. What if one of your family member dies in the shootout? You're attacking people who have basically no weapons. They are defenseless. They cannot even attack you with weapons. And you have your rifles, you have your smoke grenades, your tear gases. You're utilizing it against your own citizens because they are asking for their basic humanitarian rights. Violent protests erupted in Nepal's capital Kathmandu and other areas on Monday over the government's decision to ban social media. Again, this is what I'm talking about. This is India TV. Shameless, spineless people. They're still highlighting that the protests happened because of the ban on social media, which isn't the case that we all know about right now. But anyway, let's just continue the article. The protest prompted the government to deploy the army and additional forces and issue shoot at sight orders, which ultimately led to the death of 18 people while dozens have been injured. Now let's just pretend for a while that these protests were happening because of the social media platforms that were banned. Are you telling me this was that serious that the officials actually had to give out an order of shoot at sight? Are you actually treating your own citizens, the children of your own country, as terrorists? You're killing them. You're literally killing young kids of your own country. And what were they asking for? Just to stop corruption. Now, we all understand that corruption cannot be stopped, it cannot be just eradicated. It is deeply embedded in this system that we're living in right now. That's just how the world goes. It's bad, I understand, but it is not unfixable. They were just asking for some accountability, they were asking for some proof, some transparency to understand where is their tax money going. How are the kids of politicians who are supposed to be living on a minimum paycheck, how are they affording these luxurious items? How can they afford to live lives in such a lavish way that maybe a normal citizen couldn't even afford in 100 years? Forget 100, even in 200 years, an entire generation could not afford the lifestyle of a single Nepo baby of a politician. They just wanted answers. Now, this shows how corrupted these officials actually are. If they're trying to kill the youth of their own country, they're trying to silence their voices. This shows how bloody corrupted, spineless, shameless they are. The cops, on the other hand, when people say they are just following orders, I understand there is a hierarchy, there are this chain of everything. Even they are people, right? They have families in that country, right? They are the citizens of that country. I still don't understand how can they just start shooting like that at the public when even they know in their hearts that these officials that are giving them orders are corrupted. They are the evil. They're basically working for the evil out there. Everybody knows this, everybody understands. Just it's just that only a few are brave enough to actually fight for it and to stand up against it. And currently these brave people are the citizens of Nepal, the people of Nepal. Believe me, man, I am so proud of you guys. What you're doing right now is setting an example for the people in the world right now, and this is going to shape the future of your upcoming generations. I just pray that none of you lose your lives over it at this point and you just get what you're fighting for. Okay, so now as I was recording this video, there's another news update. This is on the page of routine of Nepal Banda. KP Oli resigns as prime minister. Now I don't know how accurate that is, but if this actually happened, holy shit. We just watched something revolutionary unfold in a couple of hours. Now that's something you do not see every day. I'm still not sure about this news. If any of you are from Nepal who's watching this, let me know if this is actually accurate because this has been posted an hour ago and I do not know how accurate this is. If this actually happened, guys, mad. Your protests worked. Keep fighting, keep asking for your rights. You will set example for a lot of people who are looking for idols, who are looking for some inspiration to change their own country and their own lives. Keep going. And again, a summary in case there is still some of you who do not understand what is going on. People of Nepal, citizens of Nepal, are protesting to stop the corruption. They are asking for accountability. They are asking for transparency. They want the corrupted people in power to go. That is what they are fighting for. And any human with basic reasoning and basic knowledge will understand what they are doing is absolutely correct. They are on the right path. The ban on social media platforms wasn't the reason for this protest. It was just the final straw that actually pissed a lot of people off. It is a very tiny fraction of the entire story. So yes, if you're from Nepal and you're watching this right now, you go. You go, man. You go, sister. You do what you have to do. You have our full support. At least my full support. I don't care about anyone else, but you're fucking heroes. You're legends.
नेपालीको बानी हुन्छ कहिले नचुक्ने सिरो स्वाभिमानी नेपाली हुन्छ